Okay, let's take a look at the adrenal gland slides. So you're seeing two sections here from two different adrenal glands stained slightly differently. This is a really large gland, even in a small animal, so it's often quite difficult to see the entire thing in a compound microscope, even at this lowest level of magnification. So we're going to zoom in and take a closer look so that you can see the distinguishing features of the capsule, the zona glomerulosa, fasciculata, reticularis, and the adrenal medulla. At this magnification, we can start to clearly see these different areas of the adrenal gland. So this outer connective tissue covering is the capsule, as in it encapsulates the organ, helps to keep the cells together, protect this organ from abrasion. It sits on top of the kidneys, so there are plenty of other organs around it, including the organs of digestion. Deep to that is the zona glomerulosa. The zona glomerulosa is responsible for secreting mineralocorticoids like aldosterone that influence the excretion and reabsorption of ions like sodium and potassium in the kidney tubules. The next layer, as we go deeper into the organ, is the zona fasciculata. And the zona fasciculata secretes glucocorticoids. These influence glucose usage and long-term stress responses. So similar to what epinephrine and norepinephrine do, but these glucocorticoids would influence these effects on a longer term basis, such as being in college or being in a play or being an athlete who's really good and wants to get better and maybe has a big tournament coming up. One of the other effects of these glucocorticoids is that they have an anti-inflammatory effect, which means they ramp down the inflammation effect, which is one of those first responses to a foreign invader or trauma to the body, so that you can concentrate more on getting out of the stressful condition. Deep to the zona fasciculata is the zona reticularis. And the zona reticularis produces androgens. These are testosterone and estrogen-like hormones that are particularly important pre-puberty and post-menopause or andropause. And they will have the effects of creating secondary gender characteristics. They have a little bit of influence on bone growth and muscle growth as well. And then the deepest part of the adrenal gland is the adrenal medulla. This area, like a few parts of the brain, secretes epinephrine and norepinephrine. And those two chemicals will help create the physical effects related to sympathetic nervous system stimulation. The last thing you'll want to do as you finish your tour of the adrenal gland is review the functions of these hormones. Just be mindful that you may need to know more depth than what you're seeing here for a lecture course,